I think from my collection of T-shirts you all know who I am. But this is Sam Rozek, who's the Learning Management System Administrator at Melbourne Girls Grammar and works alongside me. I actually have two of my past administrators here today too, Shari De Silva, who's now at Synergetic, and Sophia, who's now at Schoolbox. So it's been great to catch up with them as well. So this presentation is more about a marketing perspective. I've come from a very varied background. I wasn't in education. I think this is my e-learning director is my 5th career so far. Don't know what's coming up next. But I've had a marketing background, travel industry, corporate, small business, and a couple of others thrown in the mix. So with that perspective, I came to Melbourne Girls Grammar. We launched Schoolbox, but marketing is very important to me and close to my heart. So I was very aware that I needed a product that was relatable. So first of all, we came up with the name. So it's Evie. And as I've got there, E for electronic, and I'd come from an e-business, e-commerce background. V for virtual, I for innovation. And then when the principal saw those words written down, she said, oh, well, it actually happens to be our 6th learning precinct in the school as well. So Evie's short, sharp, it's feminine, we're an all-girls school, and it's relatable. So it's about building community and a connection for both students, parents, and staff.
I'm going to take you back in time right now. Just 5 years ago, there was a time. It was called BE, before Evie. At that time, students had to come to school for a piece of paper for their first day of class to know what their timetable was. Where am I going? When's this? Where's that? Now they go a whole week before school starts to find out through Schoolbox where their classes are and when they're scheduled. Also, in BE, 5 years ago, the only way students knew what was going on with the school, what notifications, events, things like that, they had to go in their daily classroom in the mornings with their homeroom teachers to find out what's happening, what's my school doing. Now, Evie, through the daily bulletin and other ways of notifications, the students instantly find out within momentarily logging into the system. Missed the class, didn't know what happened, not sure what we discussed. Go onto your class pages now, Evie has all that information, and so much more. So it's really brought everything to the forefront in just 5 years.
So when we first signed on, I spoke to the boys and said, how am I going to represent this system in our environment? I found the pictures, the 3 coloured pictures at the top there online of avatars, and they were the most human-like avatars that I could find. There were a lot of Japanese-style avatars out there, but I wanted something that looked real. I also sent through pictures of our girls in the uniform and what that looked like, and Matt started sketching up some designs for us. Here she was a couple of weeks later. And then here we were playing mainly with the facial features and also the hair, and we decided that we didn't like the blondie colour. She looked a little bit made up, and that certainly isn't our girl, so we didn't want her to look sort of made up. And also the smile was worrying me a little bit here. So then we came up with the final product, and you can see the mouth is a lot softer in the second one. And we did get a little bit of parent feedback. A few people that didn't like that her hair was a bit messy and her socks were falling down. We said, well, that's actually on purpose because that is a Melbourne Girls Grammar girl. The looks and the state of the uniform is not our priority. Their academic studies and that they're all-round excellent students is a higher priority than that. So that's how she ended up.
And we try to instill Evie throughout all different sections in the school, not just virtual on the screens on their computers when they log in. She's become a person you see next to different areas on the school. So in this example, there's artworks where we actually have Evie with the beret standing next to or leaning against a description of that artwork, explaining where it came from and things like that. And so it makes it more real, makes the girls feel that she's not just virtual, she's actually someone I could see and touch, almost sort of feel, sort of. And then we've decided to use Evie in all around the different domains of the school. We've got a rowing, a skiing, a community Evie, a borders Evie tennis, and she just keeps growing every year. There's so much interest to show her that Evie's not just one face, she's many dimensions.
It just happened that when we employed Sam, she looked like Evie too, which was a real bonus. People kept saying to me, do you have that on the job description? That they must look like Evie?
I didn't read that when it was there.
Here she is.
In life, now she has come real. Okay, and as you see, I assist with Mary Lou in the school, managing the staff with questions and students and any way to train them and get them up to speed with the system. And as you see, we're BFFs for life, so Evie and I, she'll be here, her and I will have so many similarities. I think she's my twin, my duplex twin, what do they say? You're a duplex, or what is it? Your twin.
Your doppelganger.
Doppelganger, that's it. She's my doppelganger in Australia, so I've got an Australian version of my doppelganger.
And of course, behind the scenes, we've got the Schoolbox team, who is just so supportive, and you'll see that moving forward over the next few slides as well. So we actually went through some of these slides in a presentation to our girls, explaining to them recently about the development, because Evie has just turned 5 in our environment. So we decided to throw a bit of a party. And of course, being girls, in planning a party, we had to get a venue, and we looked at balloons and cake and music. And I rang Schoolbox and invited them to participate as well. And they graciously assisted us, and we decided to have a little fun with the girls. We wanted to give them a bit of competition, you know. They had to search around in the library. We had this team kind of cut out faces of Evie and hide her in different places. She was hidden behind plans on the wall of Mary Lou's office and everything. And the girls went around looking for that. And there was so much involvement, not just our department at eLearning. We got other departments involved. The library team got involved. And we just tried to make her so integrated into the school in different areas. We also planned a school assembly. So as well as showing them some of these slides, I had a giant cardboard cutout made of Evie, who was going to appear on stage with our principal, and you'll see her in a moment. We also had all the SEC members on stage with their Evie masks on. And here's the picture here. And our principal greeting the students as they came to assembly with the stand-up cardboard cutout. Following the assembly, we invited everyone back to the library for further celebrations, where we had our Evie candy, which was a huge hit, and a lovely cake delivered by the Schoolbox team, who were also there ready to participate.
And then we decided to have some fun with this with the girls. With the life-size cutout of Evie, we wanted everyone to have like a selfie photo booth. And it was such a big hit with the girls. All the girls came with their cameras, and they were taking selfies of them with Evie. We even had like little mustaches and little crowns and bows for them to kind of have some fun with her and take it home with them. And just more photos of them in different ways. They just enjoyed doing selfies with Evie.
Then we decided that our junior girls, well actually the junior campus is a couple of blocks away, and they heard what was happening with Evie and that Evie was making an appearance at the senior school. So I copped a little bit of a grief, and whilst the assembly was on the Friday, by the Tuesday we had to organise something down at the junior school as well. So we took our leftover candies, so counted them out, made sure that there was one per child for the junior campus, and we actually, in an assembly down there, had the real Evie step out from behind the cardboard Evie, and the girls all sat there, oh, she's real. And so now every time I walk into Morris Hall, they say to me, can you bring the real Evie again? So they all very much know who Evie is. And of course, our final slide was that then we were able to share all this experience with our parents via Schoolbox. Mm-hmm. And we had all the photos up there, and we had taken a video of Sam stepping out from behind the curtain and the girls' reaction. And so that's all up there for everyone to see as well. And that's it. Thank you.